Hey watch people, welcome back to the channel. My name is Hector of Winding Crowns, and today we're taking a quick look at the Citizen Fugu. This is the white dial with the black bezel version, and they've upgraded their Fugu. Now the Fugu line has been beloved by the watch enthusiasts for a long time, right? Their watches were about 42 millimeters, but they were smaller because for some reason the Fugu's, this case shape, were small. So they've went ahead and revamped it and did a lot of things that made it a lot better. They upgraded it to a 44, and you could say, well, that's too big. No, because of the shape of this case, it's real bulbous and rounded. It wears like a 42. I promise you, it wears like a 42. It wears like I'm wearing an SKX, even though it's 44. So that number goes out the window. Just ignore that number, because when you put it on your wrist, you'll realize, oh, Hector was right. This does not wear like a 44. I own a lot of 44 millimeter watches. Some of them were big, like a true 44. Some of them were small. This is one of those that were small. That was one of the changes. Other change is that the bezels on these watches used to be 60 click. Citizen uses a lot of 60 click bezels. They upgraded to, you guessed it, 120 clicks, and they're very nice feeling, and it centers, guys. It centers. That's another thing about Citizen that Seiko lack. Citizen has basically always got that right, and Seiko has basically always got it wrong. And remember, this is coming from a Seiko path. I love Seiko, but Seiko always get it wrong. Even on real high-end 1,000+ watches, they're always misaligned. Bezels are a half click off. Chapter rings misaligned. I mean, it's terrible. They won't change it. Well, that lines up perfect. The bezel pip lines perfect with that indice that's on the chapter ring there, the little marking with the indice. Just everything is lined up. Why is it that they can line up that line right there, that gray line on the bezel insert, with the marking on the chapter ring, which is also lined up with the indice. Then you come over to this side and you have the date window aligned with the indice, with the marking on the chapter ring, with the line on the bezel. Same thing with the 30 down here. Everything, how is it that they can get it done? I don't understand. They lead over Seiko on that. But like I said, they went to 120 click bezels. So if that ever held you back, well, you know, Seiko always used 120. I don't like a 60 click bezel. Well, there's no excuse, because they just went to 120 and it sounds really nice. So you got the upgraded case that still wears very nice and small, even though it says 44. You have that really nice 120 click bezel that's nice and tight. And guys, no back play. Look, no back play at all. Nice and tight. Lines up perfectly, guys. And they upgraded to a sapphire crystal, something that Seiko still hasn't done. You have to pay more and upgrade from a regular turtle or a regular samurai to the king, right? Not on this. I mean, those are the few things that kept people from going to Citizen. And another thing that people hated about the Fugu is you can hand wind, but you couldn't hack the movement. The Miyotas they were using weren't hackable. Well, they've changed that. Now it is hand wind and you can hack the movement. So everything you need. Now you can be precise to hack the movement and stop it and hack. Like I'll show you now. This is the white dial, and the Lume on this is ridiculous, guys. The Lume rivals Seiko. So very nice solid case, solid bezel. Very nice crown with lots of knurling that sticks out. I know that Seiko still uses some hollow end links and then some solid ones, depending on the watch. Well, as you can see, that is a very solid end link. Let me see if I can zoom in. Look at those solid. Those things are solid, and they give you space for a tool to take it off if you wanted to. Although I wouldn't, because I think this bracelet is very nice. But you can see there, very solid. And the Fugu on the older ones used to be just a real light etching. You can barely feel it. This is a very deep engraving. See how deep that is? It didn't used to be like that. It was just a light etching. Well, you know, you guys that have Citizens know that they don't really deep engrave. They just etch, but they engrave deeply on this one. So I really love that. Nice solid links. They are pin and collar, I believe, if I can remember correctly. And here's your clasp, your basic standard affair with Citizen. Just, you know, nothing major, but I still think it is more attractive than what Seiko used. I like this. I taped it up, guys, to protect it. But it's a nice short clasp. Sometimes Seiko put real big, long clasps on there, and people change them out. Well, this is a very short clasp, and the buttons are integrated into the clasp. So I do like that. They're not going to pop open on you. Just an overall very nice watch. And I don't know if some of you guys knew, but Citizen on the Echo drives will use the crown at 4 o'clock. But on the automatics, they use it at 8. So if you guys didn't know that, yeah. When it's on this side, it's an Echo drive. When it's on this side, a lefty, it is, or a destro as they say, it is automatic. That's how you know. When you see somebody wearing a watch that looks like this on the wrist from a distance, if you see the crown, you know it's a Echo drive if it's on this side. Obviously right here, this is an automatic. Let's go ahead and unscrew it. I won't go through the date because it's everybody knows how that works. You know, even Seiko have the date, so that's not a problem. But what you can see, if I pull it out, there's your time, right? Now watch, check this out. It already started. You see me winding it? Now look. Stop the second hand. It hacks. Push it back in. There it goes. Yeah, they very much improved. Now you just push it in and screw it in, and it screws in nice and tight. It has a lot of turns. You know, some watches is 1 or 2 turns and it's done. Now this one has got a lot of nice, good threading on it. There it is, guys. I think it's a very attractive watch. Let me see if I can give you a Lume shot of it. Of course, the model number is in the description of this watch. It is the NY0150-51A. Now let's go ahead and check out that Lume, guys. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised. There it is. You're thinking, there's no way it can be that bright. That's camera trickery. No, guys, that is it. Damn near lights up the whole dial. It looks like a Lume dial, don't it? That is how bright it is. It goes all night. I think that even Jody from Just One More Watch mentioned how close it is to Seiko, that it is just as bright as Seiko. I mean, it's right there. Maybe it's literally as bright. Nice yellowy green. It's just beautiful. You won't be disappointed with you put her on at night, you know, maybe hit it with a light, put her on at night, 4 in the morning, you look, it's still bright. You can read the time. All right, let's get the lights back on. Anyway, guys, there it is, the Citizen Fugu. Let me go ahead and put it on wrist so you guys can see what it looks like on wrist. There it is, guys. Pretty nice. See how far back I can go. There it is. What do you guys think? Pretty nice, right? Anyway, guys, if you enjoy this type of content, then please subscribe to the channel. Tell your friends about the channel. Hit the bell icon so you're notified of the next video. Leave comments down below, guys. I really do enjoy your comments. Tell me what you think of this watch. And remember, never stop. Oops. Winding crowns.